What is going on, guys? Access Football 24. Now, this video is just talking about the things that this game is still missing that would just, and I'm not knocking the game. This is definitely not a rant. You know, I would definitely endorse this game anytime. I like it. I definitely recommend it. You know, $19.99, a $20 game with all the customization and the improvements that they've added to this game. This game is definitely worth it. I definitely like it, okay? I like playing this game. It's very enjoyable. It's definitely gotten more challenging. And that's one thing that Access Football has been missing for a lot of years. There was no challenge. You could just kind of score whenever you wanted to and stuff like that in some of the older Access Football games. But the last 2 or 3 games, they have gotten more and more challenging each year. And they're getting pretty good right now, okay? But we're just talking about the things that this game is missing. Like things that if it was in the game, it would just bring that game to a really high level, and it would likely create a large audience. And I'm going to start by talking about your created teams, okay? Now, what's missing from this, okay? There's one key thing missing, and that is roster share. Or should I say, share teams. Like, for example, if I create the Ohio State Buckeyes and I'm able to put them online for other people to download, like create the roster and other users can download my roster, or not my roster, but download my team. Not necessarily the whole roster, but just my team. Put that on like a community creations based thing. And I know this is a small developer, and I know that stuff is hard to obtain, and it's a huge financial side to actually having servers and just being able to produce all that stuff is a very difficult task. But if somebody can look at this product like somebody like another development company and they want to help this company, just add something like servers or something like that, then that would be great. That would just take this game to a really high level. It really would, because it's like a sandbox game where you could just kind of customize and just make whatever team you want, and then and it's possible to create so many different teams in this. Just the options that they give you for your customization, a lot of the options are there. A lot of teams you can definitely create, whether it be college, NFL, you know what? Even if you want to put high school teams on here, you know what I mean? Division 2 or 3 colleges, XFL, USFL, whatever you want. There's a lot of teams that you can create on here with the options that they give you, with the team customization and whatnot. Now, what else is this game missing? I'm gonna show you what it's missing. I would like to see more done with the way their bodies are. Now, for the most part, their bodies look very similar, okay? So, you know what I mean? I want to see linemen look bigger than kickers and wide receivers. Now, I will tell you, it's not really hurting the game because of the type of camera angle that we have in this game and just the way the game is structured, the way it looks. It doesn't jump out at you. Like, you don't really notice it. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a high-level graphic game like Madden and they all had the same body, it would stand out to you. It would just look weird. But the way this game is engineered, it doesn't necessarily stand out. It doesn't, like, you don't notice it right away. You have to really think about it. But at the same time, I still would like to see different body types. Maybe start off with 2 or 3 body types. Like maybe have a slim build and then a big lineman like build and then something in between that would be like a running back type body. That would be pretty cool if they added that into this game. So, and another thing that's missing from this game is I'm not seeing fake punts and fake field goals in this game. Okay? I think they need to add that in there. It's time to add that in here. I remember a few years ago when they didn't have spiking the ball and stopping the clock and stuff like that. I remember when they didn't have that stuff in the game. I'm going to jump into some gameplay here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to play against a team that's better than me. Why I'm sitting here talking you guys through this stuff, because I want to get into some gameplay based stuff. I already talked about that other stuff that I would like to see in the game, but and it's cool because if you create a team and you name them Las Vegas, they will automatically by default make that their home field, but you could change it. But I'm saying they will see. This is the I created this team. It's called Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Outlaws. I think they're called Outlaws. Yeah, the Las Vegas Outlaws stadium. If you create a team and you call them Dallas, by default they will put them as the put that as their home field. But they have onside kicks. I remember years back they didn't even have that. They didn't have onside kicks. They didn't have quarterback kneels, spiking the ball. I think actually years ago they didn't have 2-point conversions at one point. I mean, they was really lacking. And I think that's going all the way back to probably Access Football 18 maybe. I'm thinking it's 18 when they just didn't have none of that stuff I just mentioned. But as we're looking at some gameplay stuff here, and another thing is I would like to see some more options on. You can't create stadiums in this, but you can create well, actually, I wouldn't ask for that for this type of engine. I don't think that. I think that's asking a lot for this type of game to give you a create a stadium option. I think that may not work out well. I'm not gonna ask for that. That would be a lot of games don't have that. Some games do. As you can see, look at these broken tackles. The broken tackles are crazy in this. They break a lot of tackles, but I just want you to take a look at the players out there so that you can just kind of get an idea of exactly what it is I'm talking about. As you can see, the players' bodies pretty much look the same. I mean, there's no difference from a lineman and a wide receiver. I would like to see them do something with that. And it doesn't have to be nothing too crazy or too extreme. You know what I mean? I don't have to they don't have to be like way bigger. Just something, just a start. You know what I mean? Like, just give me a start. Like, make the lineman look a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a little bit bigger. Make my kicker look like he could be a little bit slimmer. I would like to see 3 body types would be nice. You don't necessarily need height. Not with the type of camera angle you have here. Would it be nice to have height? Of course it would. It'd be great, but you don't really need it. I'm just talking about body types. That would definitely be, be a good thing because, and he's wide open. Look at that. And I'm not really paying attention to what plays I'm calling. I'm just kind of just randomly just kind of doing stuff. But I will tell you, this game, they are close to, I don't know if the developers realize it, but they're close to being a top-notch game. And I know last year I heard they stated, I think it may have been the Sports Gamers Online's YouTube channel, where they stated that, and I'm probably going to take this back to the house, they stated that they were possibly in talks with partnering up with one of the companies, whether it be XFL, USL, or whatever. I don't know which one. They didn't say, but they said there was some talk about collaboration with, it definitely was not college or NFL for sure, but it was, we already know that, but it was one of those other organizations. I don't know if it was one of those that I just mentioned, but it was another organization that they were, and I just messed up my kick. I botched it. And so, and I think a lot of times when you have a generic game that doesn't have any authentic or official licensing of any kind, there's going to be some people that won't touch it. Me personally, sometimes that's going to make me want it more because I like that whole sandbox experience, that whole generic experience where you can just kind of make the stuff up and just kind of do it however you want to do it, and as opposed to just having NFL with a bunch of players that do exist and they already have And the AI, this game right here, the AI has improved a lot. Because if I use a player and I decide to, like for example, like if I use this corner and I say, look, I'm gonna blitz the quarterback, and it's a pass play, he's gonna go straight to that wide open receiver. And older Access football games, it seemed like they wasn't really like intelligent enough to do stuff like that. They were just kind of just running plays, not really making super intelligent decisions. So, they're getting there with the AI. Is the AI wonderful? Is it great? Not necessarily, but it's definitely good enough to the point where you have a very enjoyable, playable game experience. So yeah, the things I mentioned, the online share community, if they had a way you can create teams and share them online, that would be a huge jump. Body types, if we can expand on the body types in this, we don't need to expand on equipment, really, not for this type of engine, because like if you were to expand on like the face masks and stuff, you wouldn't really notice it, really. I mean, I can't really see that. They would not need to spend time thinking about nothing like that. But the body types would definitely be something that would definitely help improve this game. Add the fake field goals and the fake punts. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, you just have punts and field goals. You cannot fake them. Okay? That is what's missing from this game. So those are my top things that are missing from this game. Hopefully Access Football 25 can add some of those things. I hope they do. And one more thing, I'm hoping the next Access Football game has a PS5 version that is a little bit more enhanced than this one. And I understand this developer doesn't have access to all the advancements that some of the other developers have, so it ain't like they're gonna create this PS5 game that just looks absolutely amazing. I understand they're not gonna do that. I'm not expecting that, but I would like to see a possible next-gen version that just looks probably a little bit better than this, a little bit more polished. Maybe the textures would look better. You know what I mean? The game doesn't necessarily have to play different, because it probably wouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure they would only have one engine to work with the type of developer this is. But just give me, if they were to have a PS5 version, create something with better textures maybe. That would be nice. I'm not saying they have to do that, because I'm going to be playing this game and I'm going to be getting this game regardless. Anyway, that's this video. If you have anything that you think this game is missing that you want to add to sort of what I just said, go ahead and comment below. How happy are you with this product? I definitely like it. I've enjoyed it thus far.